there's something in our life where we have to always have dignity. We have to know our place, and even then, we do things in our life to humble ourselves. I'll explain. You have the Kohanim. They would go and they would do the avodah of the Beit HaMikdash. The Torah says, "V'kidashto." You have to give kavod to a Kohen. You're obligated to give kavod, v'kidashto. It's a pasuk in the Torah, mitzvah to say from the Torah to respect the Kohen. Like for example, I'll give you an example. He goes first for Aliyah. When he get Aliyah to the Sefer Torah, he goes first. Kohen goes first. Or Zimun. Of course, Tamil Chacham could override in the Zimun, but each Kohen, we respect him. You give him the Zimun, you give him the first Aliyah, you give him a lot of kibudim. Now that being said, there's one of the avodas, one of the work that the Kohen does every single morning, meaning it could be whichever Kohen it is, and that is taking the dish and taking the ashes from the previous korban. Meaning, you had the ashes from the whatever it was, it's all there. He literally takes it all out, and so you say to yourself, that's what are you doing? Like, you let somebody else take out the ashes. Let somebody else take what you're a Kohen. And the answer is very simple. Even the Kohen himself, he himself has to know his place. So therefore he's humbled the first second he's walking into the Beit HaMikdash, knowing, of course he's proud to do it, but he's humbled doing that job of cleaning up. And that will how do you say, his ego won't be tremendously high anymore. He understands his place. Oh, I'm doing God's work. And the proof is, sometimes I have the best job, the most rewarding job, and also sometimes you got to take out the ashes, the leftover ashes on the mizbech, right? Now that being said, the same way goes vice versa. So again, we have to do acts that are humbling, and we also have to do acts that are a little bit more to dignify the person, to uplift the person's ego. I'll give you an example, 2 examples, and that is, one example is of a poor man that brings a bird offering. So the halakha says you burn it with the feathers. Now, if you burn feathers, it smells bad. It's just a disgusting odor. Burn a feather. It's whoa, what a smell. And Hashem says, this is the best smell I like. I love this smell. What's going on? You love it, and why? Shave off all the feathers and bring the bird with So the answer is very simple. Imagine you take off the bird's all feathers. You know how small the poor man's korban is going to be? You know how much feathers a bird has? Take all the feathers and just skin them down and you have only skin. It's a joke. The guy's going to look at his korban, this is my korban. It's a joke. So we want to keep his dignity. So what do? We tell him, you know what? We'll take you with the feathers. And Hashem says, I love it. You know why? Because I know the intentions of the people to make this poor person feel good, not to take away his dignity and make him feel good. The Gemara Maseh Hagigah speaks out that if a person gives a poor person in public, you give him in public, nobody knows that this guy's poor. Nobody knows. He's a poor man. He sits next to you in the shul, whatever it is. Who knows? And nobody knows he's poor. And you go out and you give him some money. You say, oh, by the way, this is your Pesach money that you need for Kimcha de Pesach. Hey, this is for you and your family. You tell him like that. He's embarrassed, red, white, and blue. Hey, nobody knows. All of a sudden now you just revealed this whole situation. He's the most embarrassing. Better you didn't give the guy than you embarrassed him in front of everybody. You understand? So therefore, we want to always keep the person's ego, the person's dignity. The person has a respect, a self-respect. You got to make sure that's happening. Same thing applies also. Besides that whole situation, it also applies by the case of Bikurim. Let me explain. By Bikurim, there's a very big statement over there. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And it's a statement. Why they say that? They say by Bikurim. Why? Because you bring in a basket, and the first fruits come in the basket. The rich man brings it, the poor man brings it. Now, the difference is the rich man has a lot of produce. So he has a lot of first fruits. He has a lot of bikurim, the first fruit that blossoms out. He puts it in when it grows. He gives it to the Beit HaMikdash. So he has a lot of fruits. So what does he do? He brings it in a great basket, like a gold, whatever it is, something amazing basket. He adorns the basket, makes it beautiful. So when the Kohen gets it, he takes out all the fruit that's inside, and he gives him back the gold, whatever vessel, whatever he's giving it in. You have the poor man. The poor man, we take the whole basket with it, and we don't give him back his basket. So the question is, why? He's bringing a basket, give him back his basket. Take out the fruits. No, because we want to give him that self-respect. If we open up his basket and we see how much fruits there's in there, it's going to be very little because he doesn't have that much to give. All right? So we don't want to lose his self-respect. So we take everything with it. You ever see that the guy's giving you a gift and all of a sudden you open up and you see wrapping paper. I have to give this whole wrapping paper on the bottom. It's like, what do you give me? Like 2 pieces? Like, what are you doing? So there's a lot of wrapping paper. Nobody knows, but inside, deep down. So we don't want to embarrass the poor man. We want to give him that self-respect. We take the whole entire basket from him. Now, that being said, it's the same thing when it comes to the Passover, Pesach. What do we say? We start off the Seder, and we continue saying, this is the poor man's bread. Anybody who wants could come and eat. So the question is, just say anybody wants to come and eat. Why are we giving the intro before we invite the guests? Oh, by the way, just know this is the poor man's bread. Anyone who wants can come and eat. Just say anyone who wants come and eat. Why do you give that intro about the matzah before? The answer is very simple, because we don't. If we just say, "Oh, come and eat," the guy might be a shtickle embarrassed, a little bit embarrassed. But if you say, this is a poor man's bread. What are you having a poor man's bread for? Oh, because I'm doing a mitzvah. Oh, you're doing a mitzvah, eating the matzah? Yeah. Come and eat with me. Come and do the mitzvah with me. So it's more of, you'll be my partner up with me in doing this mitzvah. So now he doesn't feel embarrassed to just walk in. Oh, you need help eating that poor man's matzah because you need to eat it with people? Okay, I'll come help you out. So he feels good. Oh, you're helping me. Oh, you're helping me out by coming. And that's really the purpose. And I'll tell you, I'll never forget this. A few years back, there was an older rabbi than me. He was a few years old, I would say like 15, 20 years older than me. And I'll never forget, he was running a project, and the project was very, very successful, extremely successful. And when I was speaking to him, listen, do you need help? Can I help you? I'll never forget what he said. He says to me, yes, we're going to partner together to build it together. We're going to partner together. He didn't make it like, oh, I'm helping. Yeah, it's great, they're helping. But hey, you're partners with me. The way he said it was like, wow, he needs me. I need you to be my partner in building it. Yes, I need you to be my partner. Not to help me. I need you to be my partner in building it. I felt so good. I felt like, wow, I'm his partner. I felt amazing. It was like a different level of wow. It's the same thing. You always have to have that self-respect. So this is the great lesson that we're learning from this week. This week, you remember, the Kohen was the one who would remove the ashes. Why? To understand. Yes, we have to give you that the utmost respect, yes, but just know who your place is. Just know you're doing it for Hashem. And just know, this is the ashes that you also got to take out. It's a pleasure taking out as well. You're right. But we're not going to... And as well, the same thing, as well, the self-respect for everybody else. To the poor, to the wealthy, to everybody else. You have to give that utmost respect. It's amazing to talk about it now, because we know the Omer is coming up, and other things are coming up, and we have to show Ben Adam L'Haviro the utmost respect that we can. Giving respect to people is free. You don't have to pay money for that. And everybody feels good. Make the person feel good. Give him a good smile. How you doing? How's everything? Anything I can do for you? Can I make you a coffee? Whatever it is, make the other person feel good. And when you do that, you will feel good yourself.